Quick truth. 99% of traders blame the market for their losses, but the real ceiling of your trading success is inside your mind. Today, we're snapping those invisible bands off so you can actually reach the heights you're capable of. Stay until the end and I'll give you a practical 5-step method and a live example on how to understand and break down your limiting beliefs as a trader. Hi, my name is Paulina and I'm your trading psychology coach here at Funding Pips. And we want to welcome you to Trading Psychology series, where we help you understand your mindset, your mind, to enhance your trading performance in the markets. And this isn't another motivational talk you see online. This is a practical session designed to change how you think and perform as a trader in the markets. Here's what you walk away with today. A quick way to identify your limiting beliefs that are holding you back. A simple 5-step framework, which I call the Tabletop Method. And that will challenge and dismantle those limiting beliefs. Specific drills you will learn today about how to start to reframe your thinking and install new patterns of confidence and discipline into your life and trading. And here's my promise. If you actually do the work, 6 to 8 weeks from now, you'll notice a measurable shift. Not just in how you feel, but in how you act under pressure in the markets. Because this session isn't about hype. It's about giving you evidence-based tools to rewire your psychology and put you back in control. So why do beliefs matter? Because they are your operating system. They run the code of your behavior long before you are even conscious of it. In trading, it looks like this. If you believe you need to control the market, you'll chase, overtrade, and spiral after every loss. But if you believe your edge plays out over time, you'll take the stop, follow the plan, and stay patient until probability delivers. That's the real difference between the two traders running the exact same strategy. Trader A is reactive, it's emotional, constantly fighting the charts. Trader B is calm, it's disciplined and consistent because their beliefs align with their process. Your edge isn't just the system you trade. Your real edge is the belief system that decides whether you execute with discipline or if you are going to sabotage yourself under pressure. Imagine your belief is like a tabletop. The evidence you've collected for that belief, those are the legs that are keeping it standing. So here's the thing. You don't need many legs to hold the table. Usually 3 is enough. That's why even weak evidence feels solid. It's just enough to convince you the belief is true. But here's the real challenge, the glue, the emotional payoff. This is why the legs don't come off easily. The belief gives you comfort or an excuse or a way to avoid responsibility. That glue keeps the table standing even when the evidence is shaky. So how do we collapse it? 5 steps. 1, identify the belief. 2, gather the evidence and list their legs. 3, name the emotional glue. 4, frame the evidence. And 5, install a new belief and test it. So let's do an example now together. Say the belief is, I always lose at London Open on Euro USD. Leg 1, 3 losses during London Open session. Leg 2, I was trading when I was tired. Leg 3, I was following someone else's tips, not my own analysis. Now, that's the glue. The payoff here is I get to avoid responsibility and I can blame the volatility in a market instead of looking at my own execution. That glue keeps the table standing. But let's reframe. 3 trades is not statistical proof. Trading tired is a routine problem, not a market problem. And following a tip or someone else's signals means it wasn't even your edge that you have been testing. So now the table collapses. So now let's install the new belief. London Open isn't my problem. My problem is preparation. And if I'm rested and trading my own edge, I can win here too. And from now on, I test that belief in the market, not with hope, but with evidence. This is how you dismantle limiting beliefs and replace them with ones that actually serve your trading edge. Now, let's put the 5 steps into practice. Step 1, your identity. Capture the exact sentence you say to yourself. Use it in the first person and watch out for words like always, never, can't, must. Those are red flags that tell you it's a limiting belief. For example, I always lose at London Open. Step 2, the evidence. Now list the legs of the table, 2 to 4 specific experiences that seem to support that belief. And I want you to be ruthless here. Use dates, trades, screenshots if you can. The more specific you are, the easier it is to dismantle that limiting belief. Now, step 3, emotional payoff. Ask yourself, what comfort does this belief give me? Because every belief, even a destructive one, has a payoff. Does it let me avoid responsibility? Does it give me predictable failure so I don't have to risk success? Does it give me instant gratification when I jump in too early? Name it. Once you expose the glue, it starts to lose its hold. Now, step 4, reframe and reassess. Now, one by one, take the legs out. Find an alternative explanation for each piece of evidence. 3 losing trades, that's not statistical proof. Trading while tired, again, that's a routine problem, not a market problem, like I said before. Following a tip, that's not even your edge being tested. Each reframe weakens the table until it collapses. Now, step 5, install and test. Here's where we build the new belief. Define a 6-week micro experiment. That might mean reducing your position size, writing down explicit entry and exit rules, and journaling every trade. Your job is not to hope the new belief sticks. It's to collect evidence that supports your belief. The more data you collect, the stronger the new belief becomes. And these are the common, most limiting beliefs I hear from traders that I want to share with you. Okay, and more importantly, I want to share with you how to reframe them so then you stop holding yourself back. Number 1, for example, is I started too late. Reframe, skill, not start date. Decide your edge. Drill, compare your last 12 months, month by month, to prove yourself you are improving. 2, it could be something like market rigged, market makers got me. Reframe that you can't control the market, but you can control your risk, your plan, your execution, and your mindset. Drill, build a 3-step pre-trade checklist. If the answer isn't yes to all, you don't click and take a trade. Or it could be another one, I must not lose. Reframe that into losses are tuition and part of the process. And the drill is journal each loss, one by one. And that is going to help you to focus on data and strategy. 4, some traders says, I make losses all the time and I cannot get out of drawdown. You need to understand that drawdown is there for a reason. You may want to reduce the risk, you may want to manage it differently. All of that is okay. You have to start thinking of the processes and what is actually part of trading. Because if you don't win today, you will feel like you're going to fail overall. But the truth is, it's not about smooth equity curve. It's about what's going to happen over the next 30, 50, or 100 trades. And look, here's the science behind why those processes work. Because your neural pathways in your brain change through repetition. So every time you replace a limiting thought with a new behavior and repeat it over and over again, it strengthens a new pathway and weakens the old pathway in your brain. This is the same principle used in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Change the thought, change the action, And over time, the brain will rewire itself to make the new response automatic. That's why the 6 to 8 week micro experiment works. Daily repetition is what builds the new belief and makes it stick. 6 to 8 weeks is just the minimum. The more you repeat, the stronger the wiring becomes. And these 5 drills are designed to train your psychology like a muscle memory. They are short, they are practical, and if you repeat them daily, you'll start noticing change within 6 to 8 weeks. But here's the thing. I'm not giving them all to you at once. Next week, from Monday to Friday, I'll break down one by one in daily psychology tips on our Instagram. And each day I'll show you exactly how the drill works and how it rewires your psychology in real trading situations. So pay attention. Every day next week, by Friday, you'll have a full toolkit and a repeatable system to keep your mindset disciplined, consistent, and ready for the market. Now, let me show you how this works in real life. Imagine, here's a trader, and we'll keep that trader anonymous, who came to me convinced I always lose during news. That belief felt true because they had 3 painful losses around non-farm payroll, all tied to high volatility. The evidence stacked up and the emotional payoff was clear. It gave them someone else to blame, okay? And instead of staying stuck in that loop, they ran the drill. They reframed. News is a high volatility event. I either reduce size or I sit out. They ran the 6-week experiment. The result, tilt episodes dropped by about 60%. Their win rate went up. And most importantly, they stopped spiraling after news events or even after losses. It didn't happen overnight though. It wasn't luck. It was a method. It was an application of a structured process to dismantle a belief and replace it with discipline. That's the difference between traders who stay stuck and traders who move on and rewire their psychology for consistency through hard, repetitive work. All right, traders, it's now your turn to do the tabletop drill. And within the next 24 hours, screenshot it, post it in our comments. So essentially, walk me through the process of what you have done in order to address your limiting beliefs. And tell us what you're going to work on over the next 6 to 8 weeks with this framework, if you're ready to become consistent, of course. And to push you even further, we are going to give you 4 25K accounts. So what you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and post your tabletop comment under this video, okay? And you have to share what belief you're working on for the next 6 to 8 week experiment. Winners will be announced in next blog, which we are going to post next Thursday. And don't forget that every Wednesday we have success stories, and don't forget that on Sunday we have Beyond the Charts series. Utilize the knowledge you are given. Engage with it. This isn't about passive motivation. It's about rewiring your mind for consistency. Thank you, traders, and good luck.
Where success meets psychology in Paulina's way. Strengthen your mindset every week. Success story every Wednesday. Traders who broke through their limits. Psychology session every Friday. Join now. Hit the bell. One session could change your trading forever. Funding Pips. Built by traders for traders.